re-recording this intro for the millionth fucking time. This is that video. The one I was talking about, the last one, where I explained some shit. Right? I'll probably have some gameplay up. I don't know what I'm gonna fucking record for the background gameplay. It's gonna be a little commentary video. Yeah, we're old Germa and old Stir out here. Maybe some TF2, maybe, who knows. I'm also recording this under my blanket. It is very important that I get let known, like, how this fucking sounds. Because I might be doing this more. More on that later, though, so. Also, I have a rough idea of what I want to talk about on, like, a fucking notepad in front of me on my phone. But it's mainly going to be off the top of my fucking head. So, about me. I've been making videos for a long-ass time now. Not as long as other people, but I've been doing this as a hobby since middle school, and now I'm in college, trying to get an associate's. Basically, I fucking love video editing. In middle school, I, like, broke down because, like, I got asked, fucking, oh, what do you want to, like, do for a living, right? And I had no clue. But also, middle school me is kind of a fucking dumbass, okay? Like, this shit was the one thing around that time that could get me off of video games and, like, get me to do something else that wasn't just sitting on my ass playing, like, fucking Phantom Forces or fucking Arsenal or, you know, mainly Valorant back then, but, you know, still. That's basically all I did. That and video editing. And I fucking love video editing. That's why I'm kinda, no, that's not even kinda, that's why I'm in college, to try to get a degree off this shit, or to try to, like, help me get a job in the industry doing this for a job. Fucking, let me go back to reading this real quick so I have an idea. So after I decided that's what I wanted to do, I fucking just kept making videos. I uploaded them to YouTube here, and it's been like 4 or 5 years of just making gaming videos. I started off editing on my fucking phone, the Samsung S7 video editor, making PUBG videos on PUBG Mobile, recording, doing, like, screen recording, then uploading those and editing those down. Then I swapped over to, like, Premiere's, like, fucking mobile editor, and that was kind of fun. And I eventually got a PC, custom, like, a build. It had a fucking 1050. I still use the same case, but I've upgraded the fucking, the cooler for the CPU, the GPU, my RAM, got 128 gigabytes now. I'm fucking balling, bro. But, like, back then, all I had was fuck-ass Filmora and Shadowplay. And I made it work. I swapped over to a cracked version of Premiere for a little bit, used that for a little while. Then I decided I dislike how, even with, like, an actual copy of Premiere, which I eventually, you know, moved over because, you know, I had somebody who fucking let me just use their college login because they were dual enrolling, because that person actually was going places. They let me log in and use that, but even with actual Premiere, it crashed more and broke heavy fucking driver update. Big fuck you to Adobe, just saying. So I moved over to DaVinci Resolve, started editing in that, and it's been smooth sailing ever since. I fucking love DaVinci Resolve. I ended up getting Studio. But beyond that, I've been doing this for a minute now, and I've been just mainly making gaming videos. But I've, like, with every video, I've made it a goal to make this video better than the last, in quality-wise. So I'm always improving, and I'm always, like, working towards, like, like, building up the confidence to, like, get a job where I can say, oh, yeah, no, I know what the fuck I'm doing with the software that I'm using. I know how to make a goddamn good looking video, right? So this is, like, just my main goal was to improve at video editing, right? But also, like, I needed somewhere to, like, post my shit, so I mainly just kind of just been uploading to YouTube, right? As, like, a hobby. I haven't been the most consistent with this, but, you know, I'm still fucking doing it. And also, this hobby has kept me fucking sane throughout, like, some of the worst years of high school and some of, like, the lowest parts of my life. But there's no fucking but. What am I saying? It has helped me a lot more than I thought it would. And also, like everybody, in the back of my head, I did kind of want to one day probably make money off of the shit I do. Like, specifically, like, oh, what if YouTube took off and I became a YouTuber? Haha, that fucking childish thought everybody has, right? I mean, it's not childish. It's like, the job seems awesome. Still kind of does to me. But the reason why it was in the back of my head is because I know, like everybody else, winning the algorithm is a fucking lottery. And, like, it's not a stable job. Plus, I would have to remain consistent even if I won the fucking YouTube lottery. And I am like a mentally unwell retard who fucking doesn't pay attention to her mental health until it gets like really bad. So like I don't think I could keep up like the motivation and not like get into a slump where I just don't upload for 5 months and shit. I mean, fucking I don't think I could adapt to being a YouTuber. It sounds like a fun idea, but the things that idea comes with, the reality of it isn't what I want to do and what I want to chase. So when it all sunk in that like, oh, this is like not a feasible job, or this isn't like the reality of it is kind of like sunk in over the past couple years. I kind of stopped caring about like doing it for views, because when I did care, I would upload a video that took months out of my time, then I would upload a fucking Roblox montage because that's what I wanted to make. And that video would be like do significantly better because one is more relevant, or fucking, it's the second video after a long ass slump, right? Shit, this video might do better than the last one because it is like right after, right? But fucking I kind of just stopped caring about the views, and said I'm gonna hold myself to a standard of improving with every video, and it's been going good. Besides like one little thing. I've only really made funny moments videos, like videos of whatever I clip from Replay Buffer and fucking montages. The montages are more because like I think I'm sick at every game I play, but if we look at it realistically, I'm not. But I like to think that I'm sick at every game I play. Back on topic, for the last 4 years, that's all I've really done. Since it's all I've done for the last 4 fucking years, I've gotten quite good at it, to the point where it's not really fucking difficult anymore. It's kind of just busy work. The main thing I fucking enjoy nowadays when I'm making a video is when I get to a point where I have to ask myself, how do I do this, and how do I make it look decent as well? Because then it becomes a fun little game of fucking looking shit up, figuring out how to use certain parts of DaVinci, and making something that I think is neat. Right? Or like even if it's like a small little like 3-second bit, or if it's like a small little fucking edit, like the photo part in the last video, right? Like when I get scared, when I fucking get scared while I'm clutching. And so yes, that took a lot of effort to go into Photoshop, fucking get a Polaroid image, mask it the way I want it to look, and fucking it came out looking nice. Also, the text, drawing the text and making it right on in the Fusion tab of DaVinci was also really nice. It didn't turn out exactly how I wanted it to look because 1, I can't do cursive, and 2, I fucking my handwriting is shit on mouse, and also even if I had a drawing tablet, it would look shit. Okay, but still, that was a really fun little thing for me to do. That whole montage had a lot of things that were like really fun to edit. But most of the time when I make gaming videos, right, is just fucking, oh, I have to subtitle fucking slur joke number 67,000, and it's just like not as engaging as the harder stuff because I've done it so much. And it isn't as simple as like, oh, just stop captioning, or just fucking, oh, just do more edits. It's more so the whole thing of gaming videos, and the way I've been doing it for so long is just like, I don't really want to do this anymore. Because if I were to just like cut out like all the boring edits, like the captioning and shit, it would just kind of be just a clip dump with like no real substance, as like from like a visual perspective. And there are people who do that because they're just like they are funnier, right? And they're the way they do things can carry it. However, I'm just like, as somebody who enjoys more so making the thing, it's just not there. Also, it's to a point where in between the last video and the video before that, I have scrapped 3, maybe 4 different projects just because I cannot will myself to pick them back up because of how long it's been. And that is a sign that something needs to fucking change. So, first and foremost, I'm going to be doing something different on the main channel. And it's not going to be funny moments anymore. All that shit is probably going to be reserved to the second channel, where I just upload whatever I fucking feel like. And that fucking style of video is not going to be to the same quality or scale as something I would post on here anymore. It's just been too long. So you may be thinking, what am I going to be doing next? Like I said before, I don't think this will ever be my job. It's obvious to me that my videos get seen by basically nobody besides my close friends and the few people who have probably forgotten to unsub. So most of my videos have been like chucking shit into the wind and not caring if it sticks or not. Just more so the quality of the turd. If the quality of the turd is to my liking or not, to be shucked. A little bit of a history moment, right? For those who know, right? So I was working. Some of you know about this, right? I was working in my fucking junior year or sophomore year on a video that was like mainly about the Rainbow Six Siege Operation Heavy Metal, right? That season was like the most fun I've had on Siege, and probably like an era of a fucking shooter, right? The only like game I've probably had that much fun with was probably like release CS2 when the hype was there. But I wanted to make a video about it, right? Like sort of like the style of an old Badger video. I worked really hard on it, right? Like extremely hard. I put a lot of effort into the script. I put a lot of effort into picking out music. I put a lot of effort into organizing the clips. I only got a little bit into the video fucking production, but I did put quite a bit of effort into that. But I worked very hard on it. That's my point. Too hard. I experienced while working on that video the worst burnout I've ever experienced in my life. Like, because of how hard I pushed myself to try to get that done. Because time sensitive season, if I don't get it done, it's gonna be fucking irrelevant eventually. If I take a break, I know myself. I'm gonna go ahead and take a break for the entirety of the fucking season. So it pissed me off so much how fucking bad it made me feel. Right, pushing myself that hard. I said, I'm never gonna work on a video with that much like scripting or structure ever again. Because it was the first like heavily structured video I was gonna do. So anyways, all videos for the foreseeable future will have that level of structure and scripting into it. I'm already 3 months into a script on a review of a game that I hold very dear to my heart. So, just saying, cry about it. The description's a lie. Every video is gonna take 5 months now. It's time to finally change it. I'm in my second semester of college now, and I don't have the time granted to me by No Child Left Behind to rack up missing assignments. I gotta lock in. Now I only really have time to rack up missing assignments, either gaming or video editing. I'm bullshitting. But the main thing I'm trying to get at is when I take so long to find the motivation nowadays and the time to like push myself to work on a video after like scrapping project after project, when I finally make that fucking video and it's just a gaming video that's slightly better edited than the last one, after I've been doing this for so long, I kind of feel unsatisfied. I won't lie, I don't feel that unsatisfied about the last video. However, it is just kind of more of the same. Proud of how that turned out. There are things I wish I could have did better because, let's be honest with ourselves, before the intermission, the video, it doesn't really have that much editing because it was getting to the point where I was thinking about scrapping it. But then I kind of, I had a burst, I had a second wind, and I fucking pushed through. But, I'm gonna change things up. When I have this, when I don't have the motivation or time to work on shit anymore, I just doing gaming videos doesn't feel like it's it anymore. Like I said, I'll still upload funny shit on the alt, but not to the scale or fucking quality, and it's just not gonna be my focus anymore. Now, I have no other fucking hobbies. Let's be honest with ourselves. Not ourselves, fucking myself. Dude, who am I talking to? The microphone? I have no other hobbies, just being honest. My main thing I do in my free time is I play video games, I talk to my friends on Discord, and I edit videos of me and my friends playing video games on Discord. So I don't have much else to fucking talk about. I'm just probably gonna go ahead and swap over to making review/video essay videos on gaming because I want to make videos talking about games and shit and fucking stuff in the industry I truly care about. Since I know I'm throwing shit into the wind, I wanted to make, originally I wanted to make my content, 1, be stuff that makes people laugh, or 2, stuff I genuinely cared about. And for the longest time, I only really saw it as, I think I can only really be entertaining. But when I've like done this for so long, I think I could be a little bit. I can try to do something different just so I can like still enjoy this shit as a hobby. And plus, with how I've like with my skills as somebody who can write decently and like write jokes kind of well, I don't like. I think I could make a fucking. I think I could, do more talking shit. I'm past the point where I'm just like very insecure about my voice. I mean, I still kind of am because like years of being mocked for this shit is rough, but I think I care more about talking about the things I love in gaming and also talking about talking more about shit that makes me happy than the insecurity surrounding my voice. Though I understand that's probably going to be turned up on its head when I release an hour-long video talking about some fuck-ass game and I see a billion comments calling me a fucking squeaker, right? But who cares, dude? I care more about making videos than I do my voice. If I'm being honest, the most fun I had making a video, I was gonna say last year, but I only made 2 videos last year. But the most fun I've had making a video in recent memory, besides some parts of the last video, but like as a project as a whole, was when I offered to a good friend of mine, Pandex Saber, to send him a video on how to do some things like on Armor King because I was watching him play ranked in Tekken 8, and he was like, "Sure, man, go for it. I'll give it a watch, right?" And he said, "Oh, I don't like looking at like a hand cam on controller. I'll just like take notation because that's how I learn." So I went ahead and made like a simple little video on how to like convert into like heat burst, right, off of a tailspin. And then I was like, there's also this I want to tell him, but like, do I want to tell him this more than this? And that turned into a whole fucking project of like how much information I can stuff into one video of all the things I know how to do on Armor King. And I had a whole lot of fun making that video. I was very motivated throughout the entire project. And I just like couldn't stop myself working on it. And it wasn't a new thing. Like, it isn't a new thing where like, oh, I get so sucked into a project, I'm like fucking... Yeah, it has its fucking hands on my nuts. I can't stop editing, bro. My fingers are moving on their own. No, it's not a new thing. But for that motivation to be carried that long, throughout through the end of the project, and when I get to the end of it, I'm thinking I should do that for like my main, or like a dump of everything I know how to do on my main, and like keep that up. That is like insane levels of like I got inspired from finishing one of my own fucking videos. That is crazy. And to be honest with you, that video fucking sucks. Sorry, like I probably got too loud there, but that video doesn't cover like everything I wanted to, right? It doesn't cover all the important shit. The combos are optimal. I kept it unlisted because I knew I got something wrong, and I did. I said fucking a move was unsafe, but also plus on block. I had corrected myself in comments, but it's unlisted on the second channel on a playlist. But I still enjoyed making the hell out of it. And also, since I did like a lot of editing and a lot of typing for that video, right? The issue with me making gaming videos isn't like, oh, like I'm so tired of like writing and captioning. No, it's just I need a shift to just make shit I care more about. So I'm making that shift. When I make my next video, and I've taken this into account in the script, I wanted to strike a balance between entertaining and while still being like fucking informational. Like you can still get something out of this. Like, or like I can still tell you why you should care about this. This like it's a game. I'll give you that much. But I think I can try my best to strike a balance between being like entertaining while still being informational. But if it does, it sounds like a hard line to walk. So if it falls flat, I'll just straight up drop trying to be like a Max or more like a Seth Scene tech, and I'll try to be like I'm more like a Racevic with my fucking video essays and reviews, but without any of the experience of his writing as long as Racevic. If you don't know who Racevic is, go fucking watch his videos. He's amazing. Yeah. That's basically all I had to say. Peace. Hopefully this turns out sounding good. I'm fucking sweaty as hell under this blanket.